is Jachelle Solgren. My title for my job that I work with RE/MAX offices, 20 RE/MAX offices up in the Pacific Northwest, and my title is Senior Marketing and Tech Trainer. Really what that means is people come to me with questions about all the things, okay? So marketing, websites, email campaigns, Bold Trail is my main thing, and also social media. I think it's like a social experiment getting people into social media because it's so hard to get into it. And I really want today for you all to just be honest. We're here. This is a safe place. I won't judge you. I don't know about everybody else, but I won't judge you. This is a safe place. So if I ask for like participation, you know, let's get real together. All right? Let's be on the Bold Trail together. No, I'm just kidding. Our topic today is top 10 mistakes that are costing agents deals and how to fix them. I have slides here. If we don't get through all of them, again, honestly, I'd prefer not to just like blab all about the slides. I'd rather get more real with you all and engage. So if we don't get through all the slides, that's fine with me, okay? I'll send them out later. So, top 10 mistakes. I think this is okay. You don't have a lead problem. This is something I hear all of the time. Where are my leads? If you've watched Glenn Ross, have you? I don't know, it's a movie out there, Alec Baldwin, okay? If you haven't put it on your movie list, okay, watch it. It's quite funny. It's all about leads and not having leads and where are the leads? Right? It's most likely not a lead problem that you have. You probably have those little golden nuggets hidden in your CRM or in your phone or in your email or wherever you keep your people. And one of the things that I'll go over today is how do we, tap into those golden nuggets, right? So you don't have a lead problem, you have follow-up. You have a systems problem. You have a execution problem, and that's okay. Again, let's just start from scratch. If you are somebody who's like, that's me, write it down. I want you to take at least one thing from here. And if you can, start implementing it, like today or maybe next week if you want to start getting some things in order. A little bit about my background is, again, I onboard all of our new agents. I help them organize their databases. One thing I love to do is take somebody's phone contacts, or I've even helped somebody who had her whole entire CRM on a flash drive. The flash drive's neck was broken, okay? That flash drive was on its last legs, and I said, do you have your CRM anywhere else? She said, no. I was like, girl, this flash drive could break, and that's all of your people. How many people do you have in there? Oh, about 500. 500 people that you are not constantly talking to, that you're not following up with, that's a little bit of a problem, right? We can't keep chasing people. We have to nurture the people that we know, like and trust, right? And we have to make sure that they know, like, and trust us. And that's what we're going to be doing with our follow-up systems, with social media. If you haven't touched social media or you're scared to start it, I challenge you, I encourage you to start getting on there. Maybe even start with your stories. If you're like, what the heck are stories? Talk to me after this, okay, please? Because Instagram stories are the best way, I believe, to start seeing what people really like from you. So you can start posting about your day or what you're doing. You're at an inspection. Most of the people don't know what's happening in a realtor's life, and they think it's interesting. And maybe you have that renter or a person who you've helped their mom sell a home, and they start following you, and they're like, this could be something for me. Because I'm sure you've heard it before. I don't know, especially in my generation, where they're like, there's absolutely no way I could ever buy a house. I don't have 20% down. Like, that's still a myth. That's still a myth that we need to break. And that's something that people aren't actively, kind of like we were hearing this morning in the general session, they aren't actively researching. You're the one who has to tell them. That is your business, right? So, again, it's not a lead problem. You have a follow-up systems problem. Most agents in this room already have enough contacts to close 3 to 5 more deals a year. And I've helped people update their CRMs, and they're like, oh my God, I got like 2 deals out of that now because I actually have all of my people in place. I know where they are in their process. I'm not just contacting them, hey, how's your house doing? We don't want to call them and just ask them random questions. We want to get really intentional about the things we're talking to them about. So again, today we're going to talk about some things that might be causing you to miss some deals, all right? I'm just going to walk through this, and I don't have it on here, so sorry if I have to move to come over here. But where are your deals really lost? Mindset. Okay, I don't know if you've said it. I'm just going to say it, all right? Again, we're getting honest here. I hear it all the time. Old dogs don't learn new tricks. All right. I don't care how long you've been in the business. If you're just starting, if you've been in the business for 20 years, 30, 40 plus years, everybody can learn new tricks. And how do we stay, right, young in the mindset? We learn. We challenge ourselves. We don't just stick to the norm and say, well, I don't do that. Guess what? Everybody else is. Do you want to get left behind? No, right? Nobody wants to get left behind, right? Right? They're going to start learning it, so you have to at least try. Trying is better than not doing it at all. So, again, mindset problem. I really think a part of my job is also being a therapist, right? And I'm sure for all of you realtors as well. I just got officially licensed. I've been in the industry for about 4.5, 5 years as a marketing and tech trainer, but I officially got licensed in February, so I wanted to have my realtor goggles on so I could actually train you all better. I wanted to see what you all are doing, how it works, and I know it's hard, okay? I know it's hard. So it is all about the mindset, perfection, right? Overaction. A lot of people get stuck in that. And again, I have more slides that will go through it, but yeah, mindset, systems, and execution. It's rarely a lead shortage problem. It's almost always a behavior gap. We got a question already. What's up?
Quick question.
Yeah.
So is this geared toward people, like agents that are local to their market?
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm new to the market. I'm also new to the industry.
Yeah.
Military, all my friends and all my sphere on my phone
Yep.
are all across the globe. They're not
Yeah.
even in my market. So that's my issue of trying to find leads that I can actually work in my market.
Yeah, I mean, with that, get hyper local. Join some community. I know we've talked about you're in the military. There are local communities in the military every place, right? So if you know all of these people, guess what? They have moms, sons, daughters, friends, aunts, uncles, all of those people. Actually, right, real estate is such a big / small world. Most of the people you might know have people that live in your community right now. I think it's just about getting your name out there to begin with. Because if you are new, a lot of people like to be secret agents. I don't know if any of you want to admit to that. Is anybody, in RE/MAX, a balloon head? That's what we call it. But you don't want to be a secret agent, okay? People don't know that you sell real estate unless you tell them. Isn't that the truth? Exactly. So, does that answer your question? Okay, awesome. We're going to get into it a little bit more on how you can just be a little bit more hyper local on social media as well to show people, again, if you're going to be moving, let's say you got a new job in Colorado, but you're living in Seattle. That's where I'm from. I'm in Seattle. I always forget to tell people that. But I'm in Seattle. If somebody got a new job in Colorado, they're like, I have my family. We just bought our new house. Like, this sucks. But then they, follow you, and they're like, wow, actually, this little city in Colorado is not so bad. They have these schools, these activities, these groups that I can join. You're making it more hyper-local and making it a better place to live, right? Because then people know about all the things that are happening in your area. So let's keep going. Again, I know we're same time. I do want to have questions. So number 1, treating your CRM like a contact graveyard / storage room that you never touch, or filing cabinet that you're like, okay, I added my people into my CRM 3 years ago. Did you ever log back in? Ugh, right? You got to log back in. You got to start engaging with people. You can't just say, all right, check mark. I put them in there. That's not doing anything. It's like keeping them in a storage room and you're never touching them again. They're just in the basement and you're like, hey, can you give me deals? No, because they're like, who are you again? There's a stat out there. I don't know it off the top of my head, but there is a stat. And I've talked to my mom, friends, all the things. And I'm like, hey, so what was your real estate agent's name again? Oh, I think his name was Ryan. Okay, because he's not following up with her. He's not being in constant contact with her. So 80% of, again, deals close after 5 plus follow-up touches. That kind of has to go in with automation, right? Automating those follow-ups, getting in tune with who your people are, putting on hashtags. Who are your VIP clients? Who are the people that send you referrals? Are you organizing those people, right? We got to organize them so that you can keep it in there. 80% of deals happen after multiple follow-ups. Most agents stop after 1 or 2. I've seen this live. I've trained a lot of brokers. I come in their CRM and they're like, oh, I never get any leads from my website. Girl, man, you got 70 people in there. At least 5 of them are real people. And then we look through their contact record, and guess what? They were asking them questions. They just never followed up with them. That could have been a good old check, right? But they never followed up. So they lost them. Then you call them later. Hey, so you still in the market? No. I bought a house, and guess what? I sold one, and I invested in another one. Yikes, right? That could have been a whole entire thing. We are getting rid of the mindset of past clients. People are lifetime clients. They have family. They have people in their network. I was talking to somebody else, and I was like, oh my God, your husband works at the hospital? You talk to them all the time? Why don't you make that one of your sources, right? We got to look in and tap into what we have. So what's costing you deals? Why it is? The fix, turn your CRM into a daily workspace, not just storage. Check in at least 15 minutes a day. At least. Don't make it something where you're like, I'll do it later, okay? Make it something that you add into your schedule and you stay accountable for it. Get an accountability buddy, all right? Get an accountability buddy who is a buddy that you are accountable, and you guys are like, hey, did you check in? Did you check in? And you guys can be accountable together, okay? Add hashtags, like I said, and make sure that there's next actions for all of your contacts. Put on a market report. If you are using the Bold Trail CRM, the best thing you can do, one of the best things, is a market report. A search alert. Those things get set up for you. And guess what? They're emailing for you as well. Monthly market report does it justice. And then it can be pushed into the home search app, the home view app if you're using Remax, if you're at Remax. Ask streams every day. Who do I need to follow up with? Right? Has everybody downloaded the Streams app? They keep talking about it. Has everybody downloaded it? Yeah? Okay. Awesome. That thing is great, and it's a great way to just talk to it. If you haven't played around with the talking feature, click the little button in the middle and start talking to it. Hey, give me the last, 5 people that I can work on today. And then it'll give you a nice list. You can just talk to AI. Come on. It's getting easier and easier. Number 2, no follow-up system. Only when I remember. Why is costing you deals? The agent who follows up consistently wins, period. I mean, that's just it, right? If you are forgetting to follow up, that person they'll say deuces, they're going to go somewhere else. They text you and you don't text them back immediately. They have a phone call, you don't answer. They're probably going to pop onto the next person unless you have a really great relationship with them. And how do we do that? We connect with them, right? The fix, build a simple cadence. You have a day 1, a day 3, a day 7, something at least. There are a lot of smart campaigns within the system that you can use. They are a little aggressive, so you can always go in and customize them. Turn them on, see how they work, and then go and customize them to make it sound more like you. You don't want to just turn something on and it says something that you would never say, right? Because then they're like, oh, that's AI, Giselle, right? So you want to go in and make some customizations. There's also other things like birthday texts and property anniversaries that you can turn on as well. Automate what you can, personalize what matters. Like I said, there's a whole birthday automation. Does everybody know that? Do we have it turned on? That property anniversary one is great as well. I saw a no. That birthday one is great. If you just close on somebody, you can get their birthday. Automate a birthday text. There's kind of like a generic graphic in there. I'd recommend updating it. Maybe you could have a picture of you with a cake. Or you could partner with a local business. Get a 20% off discount. Hey, if somebody comes in and they mention my name, could they get 20% off on an ice cream? There you go. Then you have it in your email. Just mention my name. You'll get 20% off at this local ice cream shop. There you go. Now you have a partnership with that local business. Local businesses are such an untapped resource. Like I run a program called Marketing You. We send mailers every single month with a free item. And all we do is just get a contract with that group, that local business, offer a free item, and we pay it back once the promo is done. Bill back. Okay, that's a great opportunity. And then guess what? That company will probably allow you to put your flyer, in their business. There you go. Another source of generating leads. And never let a lead go silent without a scheduled next touch. Use those tasks in there. You can put on your phone, have it actually send you notifications, and there you go. Voila. You don't have to have everything on your calendar anymore. You can connect your calendar with the CRM. Number 3, you're overcomplicating your tech. Who would say this is you? Go ahead, raise your hand. Yeah. Overcomplicating your tech is like the worst thing, right? Because it's like, oh my God, there's so much. Right? Deer in the headlights. And I've seen it so many times. And I'm like, no, we got to take it one step at a time, right? There's that weird saying, like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. But I always like to change it to real estate. How do you build a house? One brick at a time, or at least that's how they did it, or one log at a time back in the day. You got to take it one step at a time. I think a lot of people put too much pressure on themselves when it comes to technology. And again, the mindset part, comparing yourself to other people is literally like the worst thing you could do, because you're like, oh, well, I saw what they were doing on YouTube and I want to do that too. How do I get all of that done? You can't, okay? They probably had somebody help them do that, or it took them years to create this system that they're making look real easy, okay? So you got to take it one step at a time. If you're just getting started with Bold Trail, and that might not be you, maybe it is, start with one contact. Put yourself in as a test contact. Make sure you're using a personal email. Don't use the email that's connected to the system. And start testing things on yourself. Start seeing what actually comes out of it, because I think one of the other things is that a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to do it because I don't know what it looks like. I encourage you to do it. Like, set it up for yourself so that you know what's going to go out, so that you can feel confident about it when somebody is like, oh, hey, I got your email newsletter. Then you're not like, what email newsletter? Right? We want to know what's actually going out. We want to know what it looks like. So we want to, again, master only. If you're just starting, or if you're wanting to get better at it, contacts, adding in people, getting used to that, adding in their home preferences, setting up a search alert, just putting in all of that information. I like to call it in Bold Trail in the CRM, the info box, okay? Put all of the information in that info box that you know about that person, because I don't know if you've done it, but when I'm training somebody and I'm like, so, tell me everything you know about this person. Well, let me look at my phone. I think I have a few notes in my phone, and I think I have some notes in my email about them. Let me check in the MLS to see when their last closing was. You know, we want to have one place to go to, because I think that is what also is not good, was when we have that analysis paralysis and we're like, where is everything? And then you have to go and find it in 5, 6 different resources. I think they just posted their kid's birthday on Facebook. Let me look and come on, like, we need to have all this information in one place. And I'm not like harping on anybody right now. This is us just getting into the flow of doing it, because it is hard to start. It is something completely different. I'm into health and wellness. It's like going back to the gym. I got hit by a car actually last month, so I haven't been able to get to the gym. But it's about a process and getting back into it. You got to show up, right? You got to show up, and then it will get easier. Then you have build habits with your tech tools. Like I said, one at a time. Maybe you went to the vibe coding section, right? Or that class. Or you're wanting to start creating some squeeze pages. You don't want to create 500 squeeze pages at one time. You want to create one at a time. Start posting those onto Facebook. Start going into Instagram. Doing stories, again, putting some links in there. You want to take it one step at a time. Don't compare yourself to everybody else, please. That is the root of all evil. Add tools only when a real bottleneck appears, or when you feel confident with what you already have going. So, again, you don't want to overwhelm yourself, because that's when you're just like, okay, I'm done. And I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. You want to give yourself time to learn something first, and then get deeper into it. Okay. I need to learn everything before I start. It's just, you can't learn everything. You just can't, right? With real estate, who knew everything about real estate before they joined? Right? No, we all learn as we practice. It's all about getting it into practice. Okay. Number 4, posting content with no strategy. One of my favorite things to do is auditing people, like auditing all of their profiles. And it's gotten even easier with AI because then you can just go in and say, give me all the links for this person and give me all the websites and, tell me also what they post about. A lot of the people that I look up, it can't find because there's just so many different pieces of information. I don't know if you did it, but I'm sure a lot of you maybe didn't fill out your profile even for this event, right? It's everywhere. Like, I've seen people who have LinkedIn profiles and they swore to God Almighty that they had no LinkedIn profile. But guess what? They had a LinkedIn profile and it did not say anything about real estate at all. It had their old job from 10 plus years ago. LinkedIn is more business to business, okay? So if you're not on LinkedIn, that's fine. Just make sure you log in if you have one and update it, please. Because there are so many people, I'm like, yikes. It's got to at least say something. Again, business to business, that's on LinkedIn. Maybe a mortgage officer is looking you up. Loan person. You never know. A lender, right? So you never know who's going to be looking you up. And these clients are getting savvier and savvier, right? You got people, hey, what does your website look like? Or, hey, I was looking on your website, I couldn't find this. We want to make sure we know what's on there so that we know how to answer those questions, right? Because, if you have engagement, doesn't always equal conversion either. So likes and views don't pay your bills, conversion does, right? So we need to get conversations going with all of our content. And that goes into a little bit more of posting content with no strategy because I see people posting things all the time. If you posted, all right, and again, I'm just calling things out, being real with you guys. If you posted, hey, I just moved from ChatGPT to Claude, do you really think your consumers care about that? I'm just being honest here because I want to make sure that your people, like one of the things I love to do is empower people, and I want to make sure you guys are posting things that people will actually engage in. You will not see your past buyer be like, that's so great. I'm so glad you moved from ChatGPT to Claude. They're not going to say that, okay? You want to post things about them. You want to get engagement going by posting things like we were talking about earlier, hyper local. What are some events happening in your area? A great thing I see a lot of people doing up where I am is a weekly post about kids' activities because they work a lot with families. They have their own family, their mom group, all of that. They like to post kids' activities happening weekly. And guess what? At the very end, they say, join my email newsletter, because then they send that list directly to them with all of the links. That is such a great way to build a list of people because then you're sending them information, right? Information that they asked for. And it doesn't have to be about kids' activities either. It could be about cool cultural events or a real estate event that's happening or anything. Who are you, right? I think that's a big question too. You got to figure out who you are. I think a lot of people are like trying to be everybody else, right? You got to figure out who you are, what you do. I'm a part of my community council. I like to post about the community council events, tell people what's happening in Northgate where I live. Because if somebody's looking for somebody who's like, oh, I'm moving to Northgate, I want to know all the things. I want to be that person. Don't you guys? Right? Right. So you got to post about it because they don't know you're the go-to person unless you tell them. So we want to get that engagement going. If you've never used a CTA, and a CTA is a call to action, okay? A call to action in one of your posts, like save and share, or have you seen the thing where people are like, comment home, and I'll send you a DM. Have you guys seen that? Right? Have you guys used it? Yeah? Okay, perfect. Seems some noses, seems some shakes. All right. That is so great because then you get that engagement and then you can message them directly. And then they message you back. Thank you so much. And guess what that does for the algorithm? That actually pushes you up in their algorithm because they're like, wow, this person likes that person. They know them. And then you get pushed up so that next time you post, you're at the top. And that's what we want. We don't want to have just posts out there living and nobody looks at it. So that's what we want that engagement for, okay? Also with let's chat or send to X, okay? Send to your mom or send to your friends or what have you. That's another great thing to get engagement. You could also use text capture That's not really like super connected to social media, but it could work. Okay. Text capture is something that is available through Bold Trail. Every new listing gets a text code that you can use with your smart number. If you're not using that, it's so convenient. Put it down. The Promote a New Listing playbook within Bold Trail creates a text code for you for every single listing. And sorry, guys, I'm sweating. I sweat like a man. I can't help it. Consistency beats perfection. Done over perfect, okay? Done over perfect. I'm just going to say it one more time because there are so many people out there that are like, I just feel like they're going to judge me about how I look and how I sound. And I'm like, they see you and they talk to you every day. Right? They see you. That is who you are. Own that because that is who they are going to come to whenever they need help. And you need to show them who the real you is because you don't want to show up and it's like a catfish and they're like, who the heck is that person? That person is not like that on social media, right? We need to be our real us and show that through social media. And that's just a great way. I feel like I've gone real in on my stories over the past year. And I share not everything. Okay, and that's another great thing about social media. You can choose what you share. It's not like you have to share every little thing. I'm cooking this, I'm doing that. You can if you want. But you don't have to, all right? You don't have to. And if maybe you're somebody who is a little shy about getting in front of the camera, start with B-roll. Does everybody know what B-roll is? No? Okay, so B-roll is whenever you're at an event or you're at cafe, your local cafe, right? And you do a quick pan. And you want to use two hands, all right? And you also want to clean, okay? Clean your phone, the little phone thing. I forget what it's called at this moment. The lens. Clean the lens, please. I can tell. I don't know if anybody else can tell, but it pushes down the grade of the photo and the video so much if you don't clean it. So please, clean the lens, okay? If you need to, carry around, I think they gave us one in our little pack, right? The little thing. Clean the front. It also affects the front camera as well, all right? But when you take that pan, use the two hands, okay? And then you can tag that local cafe if they have a social media. And guess what? They might do. They will share your content to their page. You can also do this with Reels as well, okay? You can invite them as a collaborator. If they accept that, boom, you're on their page. You might as well try, right? And then there you go. You have so many more viewers. Maybe you get some followers out of it. You never know until you try. So that is about posting content with no strategy. Does anybody have questions about this one? I just don't see enough people posting enough. I'm like, come on, we got to get out there. And honestly, guys, it's okay. This is a question I get all the time, so I want to address it. It's okay to post personal content, personal photos, things like that, but just don't over-post about personal content, all right? We don't want to see only your beach pics, okay? And post the beach pics to your story because the stories only last 24 hours. The feed is forever, all right? The feed is forever. Just post it to your stories, okay, please. Okay, because you want to be posting real estate content to your pages. So again, that if somebody is sharing, let's say they're like, hey, you're going to be moving here, have a great agent you should work with. They send their Instagram. They're like, they never post anything about real estate content. Do I really want to work with this person? Will they even post my house? What are they going to do for me when I sell my house, right? Because that's what sellers are thinking. They're wondering what you're going to do for them. So you want to get really, what's it called? You want to get into it. You want to get intentional about what you're posting so that you don't even have to think about it. Honestly, if you want to start with something like Tuesday tip, make it real estate. That way you can stay accountable. Start with something like that. Just start with something, okay? Done, over, perfect. Random posts, pretty graphics, no call to action. Also kind of just look at your feed and see, do I have kind of a consistent look and feel? Or when was my last post? Was it last year? Okay, we need to get back on that, okay? Next one, not responding fast enough to leads. Okay, this one is the one that we've been talking a lot about at this convention. Set up your automations, right? The first agent to respond wins most of the time. Speed to lead is your edge or can be your edge if it's not your edge right now. All right, how do we fix it? speed over perfection. Okay, again, people are going to appreciate something that's more authentic. If you are taking more time trying to, okay, I really want to respond to this buyer, but I need to create the most perfect email to send them. That buyer just wants you to call them. You know, they just want to get engaged with you, to see if you're a real person and to see if you're going to help them. They don't care if the email is 10 paragraphs long, and please don't ever send an email that's 10 paragraphs long in the first intro email, please. You want to respond in minutes, not hours, right? Set up those automations. Again, try out some of those campaigns within the system. Those new lead buyer campaigns, new lead seller, you got prospect, open house campaign. Are people using the open house app? No? Yes? Yeah? Okay, we got a couple head nods. I got a couple like, whoa, what's that? All right, the open house app is your digital sign-in sheet through the Bold Trail system. Okay? If you are using like a regular sign-in sheet, no judgment again. You could, though, save some time by using this open house app, right?
So it's an app that you download for your open house?
Yeah. Yes. So I know through our Bold Trail system, it's on like the download mobile app section.
Yeah.
Okay. If you need help, let me know. But in there, you can just download that open house app, and it works as a digital sign-in sheet. If you're tired of reading chicken scratch, okay, or if you're somebody that's like, you know, I always get the open house sheet, and then it takes me like weeks to actually put them into my CRM, you can get rid of that manual entry problem. Once somebody fills out that digital sign-in sheet, they automatically get put right where? Into your CRM. And you could have automations turned on, like the open house campaign, that will say, hey, Giselle, it was so great to meet you at this open house. Can I set you up for any property alerts? Little do they know, okay, property alerts are already set up automatically if you use the open house app. What is that? 3:02. What time do I have to end? Oh, okay. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, Giselle. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Relying only on new leads. I think I've talked about this enough, okay? A lot of people are like, oh, I don't know anybody. And I'm like, but aren't you a part of this organization? Didn't you work over there? You know people, all right? You just got to tap in. Ask your friends, hey, you know, this is what I got going for my marketing. They'll be real honest with you, hopefully. And they'll say, hey, this is some things you got to, you know, fix up before I send you to my people. And there you go. You got an answer. Once you fix it, guess what they'll do? Send you their people. So you want to, you know, you have a 60 to 70% chance of closing someone already in your database. If you're using something like Buffini, he talks about it all the time, right? Referrals, lifelong clients. Rework your database. Put on those hashtags. It's got freaking hashtags, please. VIP clients, okay? At the very least, A+, you know, something like that. Something to segment your CRM. The worst thing is having 200 people in your CRM and you're like, who are these people? Who are they? You know, we want to put it in and we want to create those little save folders so we can be like, oh, I got a client event coming up. Who are my VIP clients? Okay, cool. 50 people, send an email. Make it easy for yourself. Please stop doing the emails where you're typing every single person's name out one by one, because you might forget somebody. Because we got to stay honest, right? We're moving so fast, we might forget somebody, and we're like, oh, I meant to add them, but we're going to keep ourselves honest with our save filters. Start conversations, not campaigns. We want to treat people like real people, right? We don't want to treat them like numbers. They know. They know that they're getting treated like a number, okay? One personal touch point per month to your top 50. Again, I encourage you to start doing this ASAP. All right, not knowing your numbers. If you haven't checked out your vitals section in your Bold Trail CRM, check out your vitals section. That is so great. If you're forgetting to log your calls, start logging your calls. I tell people all the time, you know, if you call them on your own phone, you can still go into the system and log the call as a track, you know, an incoming call, talk to contact, bad phone number, take them out, okay? You can start logging your calls. Know your conversion rate at each stage. Focus on improving it. Okay, number 8, no clear personal brand. Oh my gosh, I see people posting things that are purple, next thing's pink, next thing's blue. I'm like, all right, we got to pick a color here at the very least, or pick a couple templates on Canva. Use something like Coffee and Contracts or BAMX, okay? There's so many places you can get templates from to keep your content consistent. You don't want to be grabbing one thing from Breakthrough Broker and one thing from Keeping Current. You want to keep it consistent. Try something for at least 90 days. Please don't try it for a week and you're like, well, I didn't get any engagement. You know, we don't want to do that, okay? We want to keep something going. Try it out for at least 90 days. That's when you know if it works or not. Your face, your voice, your story equals your brand. Again, we got to figure out who you are at the beginning. So if you're like, I don't know what to post, I don't know who I am, all right, we have to get back to that question first, okay? We got to figure that out so we can start creating our content based on who you are. I wouldn't post things about, you know, pickleball because I don't do pickleball, okay? That's not who I am. People will be like, why is she posting about that, okay? Number 9, not using automation or using it the wrong way. Automating every single thing. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you guys have seen some of those flyers out there with the AI created bunnies and things, at least for like Easter. I was like, oh God, you could tell it's built on AI, you know? That's good to use AI on some things, but using it the wrong way, people can tell and they think that you're outsourcing who you are. Use AI to enhance who you are. Don't replace it with who you are, okay? Personalize your conversation follow-ups. Again, if you go into the smart campaigns, you can take some of those messages, put them in a chat GPT. You know, I actually want this to sound a little bit more warm. This is how I usually talk. And then you can make it sound more like you. The goal is to feel personal at scale, not robotic. And last but not least, waiting until you feel ready. Again, I know a lot of you are just like, I just don't know when to start, or I'm just scared to start. I just don't know when to start. Just start. Start messy, refine later. You know? Just start. I think that's better than not starting at all. Because then if you're not starting at all, you could be losing things, right? You could be missing out. Somebody could be following you right now and you start posting consistently. They reach out to you. Oh my gosh, I've been following you for a whole 2 years, right? 2 years. And I finally am feeling like I'm ready. That conversation would have never started unless you started posting first. And we got to start thinking about ourselves as a business. We are a store, right? Just if we're like, ooh, I'm a coffee shop, and you're on the corner of the road. No signage, nothing telling people to come in, all right? You got to do that stuff to tell people, I'm open. I'm open for business. Come on, work with me. Unless they know you're open, they're not going to come. So, done is always better than perfect. Okay, top 3 to fix right now. Fix your follow-up system, activate your CRM, and post with strategy. If you fix just 2 of these this month, your business would change. I know it. And if you guys want me to follow you on Instagram, feel free. Follow me, I'll follow you back, and then I'll be like creeping on all your stuff. Okay? And none of this is new information. I know you guys have heard this before, okay? So, again, I don't know if we'll have time, but, you know, if somebody wants to say, like, which one are you most guilty of? Does anybody want to say anything? No? Okay. I mean, I was pretty bad at posting consistently, to be completely honest. That's why last year I was like, if I'm going to teach people how to do social media, I have to do it too, right? I have to be consistent. I can't be telling everybody what to do. What's up?
I think I try to be too perfect before I do it. Like I worry about
Yeah.
how other people are gonna see it, or she's another annoying real estate broker. You know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe test it out. Try a couple videos and ask a couple of friends, like, what kind of content would you like to see? And see what they would like to see.
Cats.
Yeah, the cats could be a weekly thing. What are my cats up to? I mean, I have a cat. I would do it for my cat, Hippo. People love seeing Hippo.
I have a question. When you say no CTA,
Yeah.
equals, so what if you do have CPAs but no engagement? Like, how do you incentivize
Okay.
engagement? Like, I guess what strategies do you use when you're not getting, like,
Okay.
the liking or the commenting? Or
Have you
whatever?
tried, like, I would get deeper into that, but, like, have you tried maybe, like, a guide or something? Like, to where,
Something?
yeah, like, you're offering something. I would try that. Again, like, maybe offer a discount to a local business or, you know, offering a spring guide to your local area. That can get you more engagement. I could try that. I can look at your social media as well to see what you're posting. What's up?
So, personal pages get more engagement and looks than business pages, but
Okay.
how do you recommend that we use each, in what way?
Okay, so this is a question I get a lot too. I would post, again, real estate stuff to your business page. You can always share, okay? Especially on Facebook, is that where you're mostly on? Okay, I would post things to your business page and then share it to your personal page. I know it's an extra step, but at least again, if somebody refers, because they're not gonna send your Facebook friend page, your profile. They're gonna send your business page. You want to make sure that's consistent and you again have that control, you know it's there and it's about real estate, because you could have somebody moving from out of state. So I would post most of your business stuff to your business page, reshare it to your personal profile. Any other questions? Okay, I think we're at time, yeah? Okay, thank you so much.